Story 41. Jesus reappears to his followers. On the way to tell the disciples what the angel had said, the women were the first to encounter the risen Savior. Can you imagine? The women left to tell the disciples what they had seen and heard, and they met Jesus, and they greeted him, and they came upon him and took hold of his feet, and they worshipped him, and Jesus told them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell the others, and tell them to go to Galilee." And later that day, the disciples were gathering in a room, and Jesus appeared to them there. And he showed them the nail scars and where the spear had pierced his side. And they fell down and worshipped him there. And Thomas, he realized that Jesus was the Son of God, and he was at the long-awaited Messiah, because he doubted. He wasn't present when Jesus first appeared in that room that day. But Jesus appeared to him later, and he believed. Jesus' death and resurrection fulfilled all of the prophecies of the Old Testament that we spoke of in Story 26. And when God slew the animal to cover Adam and Eve in Story 3, it was foretold that one would die to cover our sin. And Jesus is the substitute, the sacrifice, just as the ram was the substitute for Isaac in Story 7. You see, all of these stories painted a way, drew a path, and pointed to Jesus as God's Son, the Savior of the world. Jesus died so that we would not spiritually die. Just as the Passover lamb died so that the destroyer would pass over the Israelites. He provided a way for us. He provides a way for us today, boys and girls. He is the only one true way to get to God. Why did he die and rise again? For you and for me.